Good morning, guys. Happy Friday. So, as you can tell from the background, I am at the beach, but I didn't want to leave any of my clients behind. So, I figured I would still post a little video about my experience this week, and hopefully, you guys can take something from it. So, of course, I'm going to talk about vacation tips and how to cope with your vacation, because that's been something that a lot of people have been asking me lately, and I feel like it could be really helpful for you guys. But there's only really 4 tips that I could actually come up with, because honestly, vacation is about relaxing. It is about having fun and maybe doing things a little differently from our normal routine. So with that being said, I don't want us to focus and worry about things that are really out of our control. I just want you to enjoy yourselves, have a good time, and really take that mental health into account, because at the end of the day, it's not about being perfect. It's just about really enjoying what we do. So 4 tips for a vacation. Here we go. Tip number 1 is the 80-20 rule. So the biggest thing about the 80-20 rule is 80% of the time, I want you to do things based on healthy choices, right? So I still want you to enjoy the choices that you make, but that 20% of the time, I tread lightly, because I don't necessarily want to use the word indulgence. Oh, by the way, this is a prize that I won at the boardwalk. So yeah, I don't want you to use the word indulgence. I kind of just want you to think about 80% of the time thinking about your goals. So are you looking to see weight loss? Because if you are, for that 20% of the time, that choice that you're making, is it worth it? And for some people, yes, that 20% of the time we might want to use that choice out of the ordinary and really enjoy it. And if we're in maintenance, we can usually do so successfully if we take out things and if we properly substitute out things. But that 80% of the time, try to choose things based on health. Number 2 is planning ahead. So that has always been a theme with me, is planning ahead and taking the time to look up things, whether you're going to a restaurant or whatever you're doing for all of your meals. Can you control your breakfast? Can you control your lunches, your snacks? What is the one meal where you feel like it might be a little more challenging and out of your control? And how can you adapt to that? Can you maybe choose a salad at dinner, and maybe can you split a dessert with someone? Can you maybe choose a lighter cocktail, whether it's like a vodka and seltzer? Not that I'm recommending alcohol, but realistically, we're on vacation. So enjoy yourselves and have fun and plan ahead. And maybe we can substitute out things that are lower in calories that you won't really miss. So I like to say, when we're choosing our indulgences, is to indulge. So if there's something that's completely out of the ordinary that you're not used to having, that's what you go for, not something that you can really get right around the corner. Like French fries, they're always available. Hot dogs, they're always available. But maybe things like an exotic dish, like I got a salmon this week with a blueberry compote on it, and it was absolutely delicious. So it's things like that that I'm talking about with indulgences, not necessarily your high fatty foods that we typically might think of. So number 1, that 80-20 rule, to really take into account how these foods affect our body and our goals and how hard we worked for them. Number 2 is planning ahead, looking up menus, looking up calorie content. Number 3 is physical activity. Wherever we can incorporate physical activity into our day, it will ultimately help you at least maintain your weight. Because when we're more active, yes, our body is burning more calories and we feel better about ourselves. So ultimately we make healthier choices because we take pride in how hard we've worked. So I took a run on the beach. What was it? I went to the gym, Sunday before I left. So I got in a really hard workout. Then Monday we went for that run. So start off strong, because chances are as the week goes on, you might get tired, you might get drained. So if you do miss a couple of days, it won't be the end of the world, because you could pick up right back from where you started. It's not about being perfect, remember. It's just about making a step in the right direction, okay? So whatever you can do to be the best you that you can be, go for it. Maybe look up gyms in your area. See if there's any temporary passes that you can get. Or better yet, just be like me and run on the beach in the morning. And it was so relaxing and so wonderful, and it was enjoyable. We played volleyball on the beach. So there's other outlets that you can still get your physical activity in without feeling like you're adding more stress into your day on vacation, because it is about relaxing. And that brings me to my biggest point of this whole video, is that vacation is not necessarily about the food in my book, is not necessarily about these exotic adventures. It's about the people. It's really about family. And so what I want you to recognize at the end of the day, and actually I was with my boyfriend and his family, and it was absolutely incredible. And what someone told me, his Nana told me, was that it's not about the food, it's about who you're spending your time with. So that's what I really want you to think about, is the priorities here. So yes, it would be nice to have typical vacation foods like your cotton candy, your ice cream, that type of stuff. And in moderation, that's fine. But remember what the whole purpose of vacationing is to be with family and friends and create memories. And I think the most memorable aspects of this vacation, in my opinion, aren't going to be about the food, aren't going to be about the Polish water ice, although a little bit was wonderful, but it's going to be about the time spent with people that was a blast, and those memories, playing board games at night and playing volleyball on the beach and building sandcastles and burying people. That's the stuff to take home, not necessarily your food choices. So ultimately, that's how we keep track of our goals on vacation. And if you have any questions, please write them below and tell me your tips for overcoming your vacation struggles and strategies that you can cope with. So again, my name is Michelle Robleski. I am a registered dietitian nutritionist. I am also an AFA certified group exercise instructor with a bajillion certifications, and I teach in New Jersey. And another thing that I do is virtual health coaching, which I'm doing right now. It allows me to reach a greater amount of people and help people in different states, and that's why I'm so passionate about it. And the results are predictable, so you ultimately will see success. So if you have any questions, please comment below. But other than that, I'm going to get back to enjoying vacation and that beach behind me, and with my little blue friend here. All right, guys, I will talk to you next Friday. Bye.